So hi guys, welcome to the Business and Remote Work podcast brought to you by Wishop. I'm your host Crispino and today we have with us our very own online business manager Nainisha Carol. So welcome to the show Nainisha, it's great to have you here with us.
Thanks, Crispino. It's an honor to be here.
Awesome. Alright, so how is the mood today? How are you doing?
It's always at an all-time high. It's a work day, the middle of the week, all the blues, but it's going good so far.
Awesome. And Christmas is around the corner. So are you excited for Christmas?
Yeah. Oh, easily my most favorite time of the year. I wait the entire year for that 1 week between Christmas and New Year. So yeah, I'm extremely hyped up for it.
Yeah. Have you started the decorations? Have you set up the Christmas tree as yet?
Yes, of course. The first week of December, everything was up. I'm the most enthu Christmas person you will meet. My Christmas lists are done, my shopping is done, everything is everything is on track for Christmas. Yeah, everything's on track. How's Christmas going for you? How's your Christmas prep?
It's good. We just set up the decorations today and got a bit of shopping to be done next weekend. So looking forward to that.
Yeah,
I'm not as prepped as you are, but yeah, I'm getting there.
I plan for Christmas like at least a month in advance. I'm just too excited. The entire season.
That's amazing. Cool. All right, so let's get started with the show. So to begin with, will you tell us a bit about yourself and what you do here at Wishop?
Yeah, sure. My name is Nainisha, as you already started off with. I'm from a very small coastal city in Mangalore, down south in Karnataka. It's where I was born, it's where I've been brought up, and I absolutely love it here. People often ask me, what do you like to do? And my answer is always standard. It's just the beach, some good art and lots of food and wine. And I think my answer is going to stay that way for a long time to come. I'm relatively new here at Wishop, but I've been loving my time so far, and I'm looking forward to spending a lot more time doing interesting things like this here.
Yes. So how long have you been an online business manager or a virtual assistant at Wishop?
10 months, I think next month. I think I'm running on my 9th month now. It should touch 10 next month, but it already feels like, I've put in some solid roots, so it feels good, yeah.
That's nice. And what were you doing before Wishop?
I've actually done my degree in architecture and construction management. So I was in that field, in the management field earlier. It was something that is very different from what I'm doing now, but I do enjoy the change. It's something that I looked for, and I'm glad I'm here.
Nice. So how was your journey switching from that? Like, did you have work experience working in your field earlier?
It was my first job out of college, and by the time. No, the previous job was my first job out of college. Yeah, it was my first job out of college, and towards the end of it, it got really chaotic. It got to a point where I had Monday blues throughout the week. Like it was like a weekly
blue
situation. Weekly blues. And I stumbled upon the world of virtual assistants when I was looking for a bit of a change, and I realized the scope of work is something that clicked instantly with me. It was somewhere where my skills would be used at a better background, and since then that's when I stumbled upon Wishop, and I've been trained well, and it's been incredible so far. I'm extremely grateful to be here.
Nice. So how is it different working in your previous job? I think that was working from the office, right?
Yes, that was working from the office, and right around the time COVID hit, I think everything just went up in flames for everyone. But especially in that field, it got really hectic. And everyone preaches work-life balance and all of this and your personal balance and everything, but Wishop, I've come to realize, is one of those few places that actually practices it. So everyone talks about it, but not everyone can implement it in the day-to-day lives of their employees. So that I think is like a massive factor that has boosted my time here at Wishop, is the way I can handle my work and my personal life and everything else, while at the same time giving my 100% to what I'm supposed to do.
That's amazing. So being a virtual assistant, what would you say are the 3 most important skills required to be a virtual assistant?
I think right off the top of my head, the first one, the clear winner for me is communication. So unless you have like stellar communication, you cannot bridge that gap between, the real world problems of your client and the virtual kind of assistance that you're trying to give. So, the back and forth with you and your client is something that really helps bridge that gap. Apart from that, I think being proactive, being able to take, it's one step further every time, not doing the bare minimum. Kicking it up a notch every time is something that is highly acclaimed in this field. And my clear favorite is the ability to work smarter and not harder. So, it's not always required to, strain yourself and put that much effort into something that you could work really smart on. It not only saves time, it makes you more efficient. Your time management is, at par excellence. So I think those three are something that I've looked out for since I've been here.
Awesome. And since like the past couple of years now, there has been a kind of breakthrough in technology, Web 3.0, OpenAI. So how do you stay on top of all these technologies, and how do you kind of implement or incorporate that into your work?
I think upskilling is really important, and people are often afraid because upskilling seems like such a heavy task, but it just takes baby steps. So technology, if you can compare now and maybe 10 years ago, it's a huge leap, or now and like 5 years ago, but it advances at baby steps, and you just have to walk step by step with it. And if you can do that, I think you can stay on top of everything you do, especially with OpenAI. When I think ChatGPT, the first version, came out, people were kind of skeptical about what it would do and what it wouldn't do. But today, I personally use it so frequently for reasons that I don't want to talk about because they're that silly. But it's so instrumental in getting all your work done. Like I said, smarter and not like you don't necessarily have to work harder in that field.
Yep. So Nainisha, tell me, if you could have a superpower that could help you with your work, what would that be and why?
I think you answered that question for me. I think my superpower would be to have like an inbuilt Google or like one of those search engine setups in my brain, because I'm constantly running back and forth.
Elon Musk is kind of having the Neuralink trials going on, so you can sign up for that.
Right. I would definitely sign up for that if I had a choice, because it's something that would help me immensely, because the amount of time I spend back and forth, and in not a bad way. A lot of people think it's bad to Google things. Why are you Googling everything? But it helps you. Your life is made simpler, and
Exactly.
I think it's easy to strive for a simpler life for what you do.
If you could tell me one of your highlights of your remote job right now at Wishop, what would that be?
I think my favorite part of being a part of Wishop, apart from Wishop's, excellent work culture, excellent, like I won't even sugarcoat it, it's just top notch. And, incredible colleagues and all of that. I think it's the kind of, I don't know how to put it. It's the kind of work-life balance that it promotes. So I think very few companies have been able to pull through this much of weight being entirely remote. A lot of companies during COVID tried to go remote, and the entire structure fell apart. But Wishop has all of its employees, including its core staff and everyone, working remotely. And at the same time being such a well-oiled machine. You will never see a glitch that is too big that the team can't handle. Glitches come and go, but the team is so well put together that everyone's able to pull their weight and have it sorted at the same time. So a highlight for me at Wishop would be the excellent work culture.
All right. And what are some of the misconceptions that you feel people have about remote work?
Remote work, I feel people believe that your work is valuable or your work is efficient only if you are physically present at the office. I think remote work, if it's done well, is something that could surpass a lot of expectations in a lot of fields. For example, efficiency, or for example, your time management and all of that. I think remote work specifically is going to see a huge bloom in the years to come, and Wishup's here for it. Wishup's ready for it, and we've set up brilliant routes so far so that we can succeed later.
Yep. So do you find it, they say there's a problem with work-life balance because if you're working from home, you might have to work extra hours, or There's a lot of work.
Right.
Sometimes it's difficult to draw the boundaries. So how do you manage your work-life balance?
I think I've always been a stickler for lists. So my efficiency, I think the key tool of my efficiency is I just list it down. So once everything is
Smart.
down in your list, and then you schedule your meetings, schedule your calendars according to your
Yeah.
list. So that has
Yeah.
worked incredibly well for me. Nothing escapes your eye. You have everything listed down, everything jotted down. And once you've got a hold of it, I think you can just like tick things off. It's as easy as ticking things off. You do something,
Yeah.
you tick it off. And about boundaries, I think offices set up boundaries, organizations set up boundaries, but it's also very important to set up boundaries with yourself when you're working from home. It's very important to understand how to divide your time and how to divide it efficiently. So,
Absolutely. Yeah, I think sometimes because the work is so much, you can get cloudy in your judgments and you might, not stick to your routine. But I think it's very important that you stick to your routine as well. And you don't overstretch or you don't burn out. You don't burn yourself out.
Right.
So we have many comments on our videos, many comments on our posts for new people who want to become a virtual assistant. So what would your tips or advice be for people who are looking to become a virtual assistant out there? What kind of advice would you like to give them?
I think right off the top of my head, you have to upskill yourself. You have to be ready to tackle any kind of problem at any given moment. It's not a very monotonous routine. It's a bit of an airfield. It comes and it goes. It comes and it goes. So you should be skilled enough to handle all of it without losing control of what you're doing. So I think constantly upskilling yourself is something that you need to do, and it's not so hard. You look out for trends. You look out for skills that are in demand, and there are a bunch. Like the internet is like a massive source of anything you need. So a lot of courses, a lot of skills that are there, and I think it's crucial to better your communication skills. It's crucial to be able to communicate properly with your clients. So that's something that if you could work on, you could excel in the field of virtual assistants. Yeah.
Awesome. And I think you already touched on it, but just to ask you once again, what do you think is the future of remote work, and where do you see remote work in the next 5 years?
I think the opportunities for remote work to bloom are absolutely endless. So what happened with remote work, it saw a bit of a crash because I personally feel that the internal structure wasn't strong enough. So, unless your foundation is strong, you cannot build anything on it. So I think that base was a bit weak when it came out during COVID because everyone was so panicky about the situation that was going around. So I think remote culture is here to stay. And I think more and more people get more opportunities through remote culture. So not everybody can, commute back and forth to the office. Not everybody can completely, let go of their family lives and, focus only on work. Plenty of people, plenty of different situations, and remote culture helps target each of those situations and gives them all a chance to succeed. I think that inclusion is something that remote culture stands for.
Awesome. That's amazing. And I think that's what Wishop stands for as well. Inclusivity, diversity. So I think you nailed it.
Yeah, so awesome. I think something that I really appreciate about Wishop is how well it manages all of this. So they even if you don't want to do take your personal life in hand, they tell you please take some time off, look after your personal life, and as long as you're giving your 100% to your work and your work quality is top notch, I think Wishop's like the best place to be at. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Yes, I've been here for almost 3 years now, and I think it's a good place.
That's a very long time. It's a good place to be.
Yeah. And Nisha, so now it's time for our final segment of this interview, the rapid fire round. So are you ready for it?
Yes, let's do it. I'm pumped.
All right, cool. First question: do you prefer a quiet workplace or with background music?
Quiet.
Okay, that's good. Favorite virtual assistant task to tackle?
I think data entry.
Oh, that's so boring. Okay, but fine. Favorite productivity hack?
Lists. Always lists.
Nice, smart. One tool you cannot work without?
Off late ChatGPT.
Nice. All right. Who's your best friend at Wishop?
My best friend at Wishop would be Mihir.
Mihir.
Mihira.
All right. Mihira. Okay. Nice. Gossip buddy at Wishop.
Ooh, that's a tough one. I think Muskan.
Nice. Yeah, she's fun. All right. Awesome.
Yeah.
That was amazing. Unlike Coffee with Karan, we don't have a gift hamper for you, but that was amazing.
No hamper.
Really well. So, Nainisha, before I let you go, is there any final message, any Christmas greetings that you would like to give to all our listeners out there?
I think Christmas is one of the most wonderful times of the year, and I hope you have an incredible set of holidays. Even if you don't celebrate Christmas, I hope you feel the Christmas cheer all around you and you start off the new year on a brilliant note.
Awesome. That's lovely. Thank you so much for that, Nainisha. It was lovely chatting with you.
Thank you so much, Crispino. It was an honor to be a part of this.
Love it.